Hey guys, a process has been issued against me for initiating contempt proceedings for the video that I made yesterday. I imagine that a similar process will be issued against me for this video which I am making today. I am basically keeping you posted about the progress or the update of what's happening, but it will still be construed as a violation of my gag order. I'm going to try to avoid even mentioning the name of the builder who is prosecuting me for defamation. Let us see if that is going to really change how this video is perceived. So tomorrow morning I am expected to show up at court at 11 a.m. Now I was just looking through some of the prayers the interim relief sought by the other side, and I'm absolutely amazed at the draconian nature of the relief sought. One of the relief sought is that they want the defense, the affidavit in reply which we presented in court yesterday, to be deleted from the record. And I find it quite amazing. How can you delete, or why would you want to delete the affidavit in reply after the order was passed today? I mean, the order was uploaded today. Wasn't the order uploaded on the basis of the whole thing? I mean, why would you want that defense to be deleted? Okay, I can understand why they might want it to be deleted, because a defense is going to be not favorable to them. But is it conceivable that the judiciary can actually do such things? And there's another one. It says to restrain us from filing another defense. I may be not using the exact technical words, but you get my meaning. And the third thing they are saying is that my property should be attached. Property of defendant number 2 and 3, that is Shilpi and Amit, should also be attached. Wow, this is getting serious. So basically they want us to not say anything, to not be able to defend ourselves, while they attach our property, claim it as damages against the alleged defamation. I'm stunned. I'm amazed. If the court conducts itself in the way that it did yesterday, which made me deeply indignant, I fail to see how we can arrive at any kind of justice. I fail to see how this judiciary can give us justice, can give anyone justice, but let's forget about anyone for the moment, can give me justice. Okay? I'm worried, I'm perturbed, I'm amazed at how low things can go, and I'm determined to fight this. I know I have stuck my neck out. I stuck my neck out really far. I know I'm in trouble. I'm in serious trouble. Absolutely. And the only sense I can make of this whole thing is, the core of this whole issue is judicial accountability. A judge feels free to not follow any kind of due process when there is no no um, no eye watching him. You see, they use the expression open court, but it's not really open, it's a kind of a closed place. And when a senior counsel and a judge can get together and practically mug a defendant, not give him a hearing, deprive him of the basic human right of hearing him, what kind of a place is that court? I'm convinced that the only solution lies, as I said yesterday, in audio and video recordings of proceedings. This is something I had thought about a long time ago. I have campaigned for judicial reforms a lot. Between 2014 and 2000, I think 16 or 17, when I made numerous graphics and cartoons about the judiciary, I was quite afraid of being arrested back then. A lot of lawyers used to tell me that they could hold me in contempt for airing my views about the judiciary in general and sometimes specific cases in particular. But I did that. I ran that gauntlet. And one of the things that always came to my mind was, if they have a black box that can tell us where things go wrong, then maybe the judiciary can be set right. That black box is audio and video recording. I am in an airplane. There is a constant recording of what the pilots are doing, what they are saying, which instruments they are using, stuff like that. Constant. So if there is a crash or any kind of an accident, they can then play that back and figure out whether it was pilot error or whether it was mechanical error, which part caused the failure, which part caused the accident. I feel that the judiciary is a bit like that. It's like an aeroplane. The judgments that they arrive at are crucial, are critical in nature. They set precedents. But unfortunately, there is no black box. There is no oversight. And judges have constantly resisted oversight. They refuse and reject the possibility of the public criticizing their conduct in court, or the public being able to analyze their conduct and say, hey, listen, this judge always seems to do this when the senior counsel is around, or this judge seems to have a kind of a weak spot, a soft spot for builders, or for let us say for the government. And if a judge gets then elevated to Supreme Court, people will be able to say, you know what, this judge, he is elevated to the Supreme Court and this was his conduct in the past. So they can analyze his conduct. Currently, there is no data to analyze. So it is critical for audio-video recording to happen. So that is a larger picture. But you know what? I have a smaller, more immediate reason for this whole thing. I want my proceedings, the defamation proceedings, to go properly. I want them to be accountable. I don't want it getting derailed. I don't want it getting sidetracked. I don't want it turning into a sham, into a kangaroo court. I don't care who the judge is. The judge may be anybody. Judges change, benches change. Unfortunately, some things don't change. So I am going to insist. I said this yesterday, I'm saying it again. I'm going to absolutely insist on audio-video recording. If they don't record audio or video, audio and video of the proceedings, then I'm not even going to bother defending myself. There's no point in defending myself. There's no point in hiring a counsel because the conclusion is foregone. So I'm not going to defend myself. I'm not going to appear at hearings. And if they want to jail me, one of the relief sought by the builder who's prosecuting me is to put me in civil jail. If they want to jail me, let them jail me. Let them jail me. I'll go to jail. I mean, if I don't have a choice, I'll make myself comfortable with that situation. I'll go to jail. But I'm going to insist on audio video recording. And you know what? Whether they put me in jail tomorrow or not, I'm going to embark on a fast, an indefinite fast. And I'm not going to come home either. I'm going to do it outside. I'm going to hang around Nariman Point and Marine Drive and just hang around, walk around. Maybe catch a snooze on a bench somewhere. There are lots of homeless people. Until this gets resolved, until and unless they commit to having audio video recording, I'm going to fast. Fasting is a very simple form of protest. I think it's very effective. And I'm not going to go home. I'm not going to enjoy the comforts of home. I'll just be out there, meeting people, having fun, fighting for my own freedom, fighting for freedom from arbitrariness of judges and their absolute power to do absolutely anything they want. If you guys wish to support me, I recommend you Google Krishnaraj Rao judicial reforms or Krishnaraj Rao judiciary or Krishnaraj Rao contempt, that kind of search words. You will find those graphics that I made, and you will find the commentary along with the graphics. Share the ones that reach out to you. Share the graphics that speak to you. I can ask nothing better than this from you, the people of India. Good night.